Today I'm going to show you how to ride a geared 50cc moped. My bike's the Aprilia RS50 and my friend's bike's the Peugeot Speedfight 2. Check out his channel, the link is in the description, to watch his video. To begin with, you need to make sure you've got the right gear. Obviously you don't have to wear gear if you don't want to, it's personal preference, but I'd say at least wear some gloves and a jacket. Obviously a helmet is compulsory, so you can't go without it. There are many different styles to suit everyone, so just pick one you like and you'll enjoy wearing it. Now I'm going to break this down into a few parts. Firstly, it's going to be understanding the bike, and then the second bit is practicing gears and getting used to it. So, knowing the parts of the bike. I'm going to just go around the bike and show you all the different parts, and I'll explain what each of them do and hope it will help. This is the clutch lever. It connects the drive from your engine to your sprocket. When it's pulled in, there's no power, and when it's released, power is delivered. When you're changing gear, you pull in the clutch, gear stick either up or down, and it allows you to change gear. This is the gear lever. On my bike it's 1 down, 5 up, and this is what you use to change gears. Now with most bikes, it follows this pattern. That first gear is down, and neutral is in the middle between first and second. Some bikes only have 5 gears, so that will be 1 down and 4 up. Now this is the rear brake lever, and you push it with your right foot. When you're braking, you mainly use the front, so the ratio of front to back would be about 70 to 30. It varies depending on rider and riding style, but that's the sort of average to follow. Push the bike along slowly and just get a feel for the biting point on the brakes. You'll get to understand the bike a bit more once you've started riding. On the left is the speedo, it tells you the speed you're going. In the middle is the rev counter, so that sort of indicates your revs and when it helps when you need to change gear. And on the right there's a temperature sensor. Now on the left hand controls you have your indicators, which I'm showing working here, and you also have your horn, high beam, and also your choke. This is your main function area, and the reason why there's so many different bits on the left is because your right hand is needed for the throttle. Now to start the bike, you just push the start button on the right side. With my bike, it requires a little bit of the choke to be on, and then you start it. Different bikes vary, and some might just need a kickstart. Now the first thing you do is sit on the bike and just get a feel for the weight of it. Lean it from side to side a little, just so you know what you're working with. And then you can start. Hold in the clutch and turn the key, push the start button, and then the bike's on.
Why did I do that?
Now the reason why I say keep the clutch in is because sometimes it starts in gear, and if you do that it would just jerk forward and stall. Stalling is where the engine just cuts out. So the first thing you want to do, pull the clutch in and then push down into first gear. If you remember, I said my bike's 1 down, 5 up, so by pushing down he gets into first gear. If you're beginning, I'd suggest just letting the clutch out very slowly just to get a good feel for it and when it's going to start biting. As you let the clutch out slowly, make sure you give the bike a little bit of throttle, and then it will start pulling off gradually, and then you can keep rolling. Whenever you want to come to a stop, pull the clutch in fully, this disengages the power and it will just bring you to a stop. So now I'm going to show you some clips of me riding and all the different camera angles to try and help you out. So to begin with, I go into first gear and I slowly pull off. If you're feeling a bit nervous with this, just take it slow, just cruise around in first gear just to get a feel of the bike and to understand it. Now when you're changing gear, let off the throttle a little, but not fully. As you do so, pull in the clutch and then begin to raise your foot to change gear. Slowly release the clutch as you give it a little bit of throttle, and then you'll be on your way in second gear. and then simply you just carry on for the rest of the ride. To get to second to third, throttle off, clutch in, gear up, clutch out, throttle on. And that's pretty much the 3 steps you need to take whilst changing gear. Now when you want to come to a stop and go down gears, all you need to do is reverse the process and just hold in the clutch, go down gear and let the clutch out smoothly. Now try not to go down too many gears at once, so every time you go down a gear, let the clutch out, hold the clutch in, down another gear, let it out, instead of going from 4th to 3rd to 2nd all in one go. This doesn't cause too much of a problem, but it means you'll have a bit more control of the bike if it's in gear for a longer period of time. So there's nothing to worry about, and if you're nervous at all, feel free to message me and I'll be happy to help. If you're uncertain about what your CVT will consist of and how you're going to manage, and if you're quite nervous, just message me and I'll try and help as well. Now here's just a little bonus clip of me riding Connor's bike. If you're considering getting a 50cc, consider differences between geared and automatic. Now I'd say, if I had the choice, I would definitely go for a geared bike, and that's because you learn so much more about the bike and it's a lot more fun in my opinion. Of course it's not as easy to ride and it does take a little bit of time to get used to, however the benefits overcome an automatic, of being able to change gear and sort of alter your speed according to the situation. Like if you're going uphill you can go down a gear, whereas with an automatic you're stuck in the same gear. I'd highly recommend my bike, the RS50, as it's such a good learner bike. I jumped on it at first and I had no idea what to do, but I picked it up very quickly and I've just enjoyed it since. So I hope this video has helped you, and I'm really happy that I can make it, as I've had a few requests. If you want any more similar videos, or me explaining anything, just comment and I'll answer you. Also, if you have any questions, just put them down in the comment section and I'll be happy to help. So this has been Ross RS, thank you for watching. I post videos probably every 5 days and I'm soon going to be in my 125cc. See you next time.